Ready? Right. Thank you. Can I apologise profusely for all the tens of thousands of people that are watching the Housing Management Forum? And just to recap, we've got to go through the recommendations. It's recommended that the Housing Management Forum, number one, agreed to renew the lease of Adelphi Court with Richmond Fellowship to January to the 30th of May 2021 on the same terms and rent. Agreed?
Agreed.
Number two, give a delegated authority to the Assistant Director Housing to determine the rent and terms to renew the lease of Adelphi Court with Richmond Fellowship to the 31st of May 2021. Agreed?
Agreed.
Moving on. United Utilities contract for the collection of water. Jan?
Thank you. United Utilities contract for the collection of water. To summarise, the renewed contract for a further 2 years to collect water charges on behalf of United Utilities agreed at HMF on the 13th of September 2018 will come to an end on the 31st of March. The purpose of this report is to consider whether this arrangement should continue. To give you some background, Barrow Council entered into an agreement to collect water charges on behalf of United Utilities in April 2013 for Barrow Council tenants for a commission fee, and this is the contract that ends on the 31st of March 2021. Officers have been in discussion with United Utilities regarding the options for moving forward when the contract ends. The purpose of this report is to consider whether the Council will continue with the current arrangements. Should a decision be made to cease, the Council are required to give notice to United Utilities in October 2020 to cease from March 2021. To summarise, there's been a number of positive benefits for both tenants and the Council on collecting the water charges. This includes reduced water charges for tenants. The Commission has enabled us to fund a full-time role within the housing service to focus on financial inclusion and to generate additional income and resources for the HRA by improving rental income. In addition, it was recognised when we actually started to collect water charges in April 2000 that the rollout of universal credit was imminent. And we had a considerable number of tenants at that time who had no experience of paying Barrowborough Council rent. And this, we felt, in particular with the introduction of universal credit, would be the opportunity to work with tenants to help them manage their money, including assisting them to set up bank accounts which were required for for universal credit. Every tenant receives a £10 annual discount on the water charge while we collect the water charges. And the Commission we receive continues to fund the post, which I've previously referred to, the Money Management Advisor role, and the admin costs of around £14,000. The Money Management Advisor role has enabled 897 tenants to reduce their water charges, which in total is £206,444 per year, by receiving assistance to apply for the United Utilities Back on Track and Help to Pay scheme. This reduces the average weekly water charge to £6.75. The benefits for Barrowborough Council, again, the Commission enables us to help tenants to sustain their tenancies by funding the Money Management Advisor role, and also maximise the income to the housing revenue account. Officers are aware that there is a proportion of the overall arrear figures that are accounted by the non-payment or underpayment of water rate. The Money Management Advisor role continues to work hard to support vulnerable tenants who may be struggling financially. The Money Management Advisor has an interview with every new tenant before they actually are offered the property to assist them with maximising their income, not only with regards to water charge, but with utility charges, mobile phone costs, and how to make the most of a limited income. And this also helps us identify people before they actually become a tenant that they are vulnerable and that they do need extra support to sustain their tenancy, especially with the rollout of universal credit and obviously subsequently COVID-19. It has given us a thought. We had a good view of our tenants that would need extra help during COVID. I'm unable to give a conclusive answer to the net benefit to the homeless revenue, the housing revenue account of the Commission, as the water arrears would need to be offset against this income. The way we currently charge water rates to rent accounts doesn't allow us to differentiate water arrears from other arrears. However, having carried out further investigation, we are confident that remains a financial benefit to the Council even after water arrears and staffing costs are set against this income. In 2013, members agreed to the Council in entering an arrangement for 5 years on the condition no legal action was taken to take possession of a tenancy for non-payment of water charges only. It has become evident during this period that the majority of tenants maintain their rent account successfully. We have provided additional help to 897 tenants to manage their finances and maximise their income. However, we do have a small number of tenants who continue to object to the payment of water charges and have debts which continue, which is attributed to the non-payment. To mitigate the effect on our income, advice and assistance is offered to these tenants with budgeting again and to access the support tariff by United Utilities. This results in their water charge being considerably reduced and in effect the arrears they accrue being reduced. To deal with the number of cases who now have constantly not engaged, we are now consulting with other social housing providers who collect the water charges on behalf of United Utilities, and we intend doing a review of the income and debt recovery procedure and doing a further report to members for consideration for proposed action for non-payers of water charge only, and that will be presented in December 2020. We've got two options. We can either cease collecting the water charges. We have considered alternative options to protect our income with little success. I am aware that there's an issue regarding non-payment of water charges. However, there does remain a financial benefit to the housing services and tenants through the contract. As previously stated, I'm not aware of any other options to generate income to bolster the housing revenue account. I'm sorry I keep saying homelessness, it's the same. HRA also stands for the Homeless Reduction Act, to help mitigate the identified risk to our income. On our discussions with United Utilities regarding continuing the contract, officers have been advised the commission rate currently received is no longer viable for United Utilities to maintain this commission fee for a renewed contract, as the arrangement needs to be beneficial to United Utilities as well as the council. To maximise the commission we would receive, it would be more beneficial to continue with the contract for a 5-year period rather than 3. This would ensure Barrowborough Council receive the current agreed commission fee over the 5 years and receive the cumulative benefit of this. There continues to be risk to the income of the housing revenue account with a continual rollout of universal credit, and also in dealing with the ongoing impact of coronavirus on tenants and their weekly income. The commission received from United Utilities assists in the mitigation of these risks. Therefore, I'm asking members to recommend to Exec Committee that the Council continues and agrees to the renewal of the contract between Barrowborough Council and United Utilities for a further 5-year period, 2021 to 2026, as detailed in the report that I've just fed back to members. Thank you.
Thanks, Jan. Any questions? No? Everybody agree with the recommendations?
Chair, Councillor McEwen's got his hand up.
Councillor McEwen. You're muted.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, no. No, I think at this time we've got to carry on with this, Chair. I think it's the only way forward for the next 5 years. Yeah, I agree. I agree with it.
I just say with it's for reducing the water rates for 879 and also providing a benefits advisor. We've done absolutely fantastic with it, and I can't see no reason. And as Jan said, the problem with the people that won't play or won't communicate or whatever, we could address that in the next meeting in December or whatever. But with your permission, do we agree with the recommendation?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agree, yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So we're now on the part 2 item, which can I ask the meeting to the filming to stop and now going into the part 2 item?